Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Wapo, and tonight we have the continuation of the FAFO tournament quarterfinals. But we're going to do something a little different. We're not going to have the results tonight, but we will have results in the next upcoming days. We will have a results show that's going to be properly introduced. But I think that these promo artists waited long enough for them to see what they have created. My apologies go to how long it has taken for me to get this produced, but as we all know, things happen that was beyond our control. But tonight we have a treat. Tonight we have Elijah Mcfly going one-on-one with Sabin. We also have Dante Black taking on Vagabond. Don't forget, we have the heated rival that's gonna be AEP versus Young Buck. And to top it off, we're gonna have a returning Hollywood Haywood that was voted back on by the fans to go against Ramboa. Ramboa thought he was going to have skate right through to go to his finals, but hey, stuff happens, and you know, we need to have competition. We can't just win like that. So, without further ado, please enjoy this rest of the program. Thank you.
Print presents FAFO Tournament. Yeah.
you're bad, cause they are the voices in your head. Zombified by the lies they said, we become the walking dead.
Quarterfinals of basically the tournament of what they consider fuck around and find out. Well, as what everyone witnessed on the moment that I went on the screen against Hollywood Haywood. What happened? Hollywood Haywood fucked around and he sure as hell found the hell out. So now we have to set our focus into Jack Sabin. We have to focus on the protege. We have to focus on the next level. Jack Sabin, for as long as you spend on the screens, for as long as you keep holding that fire that's willing inside of you, it will not be good enough to put me away. It will not be good enough to put me away, and even out of my own freaking misery. So why does Jack Sabin thinking that he has what it takes to actually win the fuck around, find out tournament and win that $100? What are you gonna use the $100 bills for? Probably for a fucking new phone. Probably for a new device to where you can actually hear and see what you're saying. Jack Sabin is what they call the next Vagabond. I fear no man, I fear no woman, I fear no non-binary individual. See, that the whole point that mentioning your name, it's all messing up my words, but I'm gonna mess up your pretty little ugly face, Jack Sabin. I'm gonna crush it to the ground. I am gonna grab your mouth and I'm gonna make a big old smile out of it, and then we're gonna ask the question of, why so serious, Jack Sabin? Why always so serious? Because that's a good question. Because now you will realize at the amount of time that you spend over me, it was absolutely nothing. It meant nothing to you. It meant nothing to me. So now, think before you speak, Jack. Think before you actually make another step. If you make another step, I'll just be waiting. And then we'll see who is still breathing.
Fly, McFly, a fly in the wall, indiscriminately going against the plane. You want food, you want nourishment, you want something to suck on, almost like a gnat. But just like the gnats in this here country, they get smacked down to size, because you want to be this so-called hero. You want to be the boy that you always never wanted to be when you were a kid. You always wanted to strive to do better than you were before. But I'm sorry, you ain't no protagonist. You ain't no BBG. This is not your story. This is not how we're going to do things here. For we are going to talk about your past transgressions, your failures, your traumations. You, like every single human being known to mankind, will always see the world in black and white, but not in color. Because color is the fluidity that is created in mankind. Color is the way that you see the world as you view it. Color is the way that we are. That's why ordinary men try to strive for what we do. It's called infatuation. People like you strive for a concept of perfection, but just like this here rose right here is simply dead. Dead to its own crust. It still maintains a stem, but the petals are as black as your heart. You wanting to proclaim and profess your love for the EFED world, but nothing more than that. You're just another fraud, another pariah that gathers nothing more than dramatic tendencies, and you want to tell us who you are? I would make a Back to the Future reference, but I don't got my DeLorean with me. It's almost like you're Morty and I'm Rick. I'm the smart one and you're the dumb one. The only smart Morty is the evil Morty. Quite frankly, you might as well send your stuff down, drink yourself a booze, and maybe, just maybe, when you look at your realignment, you might actually see that there's actually a window, the glory hole. Maybe you might actually get lucky every now and then. Maybe, just maybe, you might actually get what you need to get done instead of getting my fucking way. Because this is my story. This is how I will finish it. This is how I will get the job done. Because every single time you step into this here curtain, in this here ring, you just fail and you just tell the people lies and fallacies. Just like the Jewish people, just like the Christians, just like every fucking religion. You know why? Because no one really knows the truth. Until we embrace the truth, until you embrace us, until you see the vision, you will never see the world for what it truly is. A macabre, una hypocrisia. Simply put, a mess full of hypocrites that, simply put, needs a little lesson. Don't let us start at Chile. Let's tell it straight up. You aren't the same Mcfly. And you'll never be the same Mcfly. Because you're too high to go to the sky high. And I want you to know that class is finally in session. And your body will be mangled, bruised, your orbital socket removed, your tongue ripped out, and like my ass with it. And I'm quite frankly gonna tell you this in the modern day tongue. Step up, step out, fuck around, and find out.
When you're pushed down, don't say they're sitting numb down on the ground. And when you start to fall, forget your fear, cause you will have to rise above it. You gotta stand up when you're pushed down. Don't say they're sitting numb down on the ground. And when you start to fall, forget your fear, cause you will have to rise above it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fucking round find out tournament. I'm on to round 2. I completely, utterly obliterated my first opponent, the German bastard Purrs. Now I go up here and look who I'm facing. Someone who thinks he's an entity, a demon, someone from another world who thinks he has powers that are ungodly, that cannot be masked upon, who wants to drag you down into his dark dimension, to play with your soul and drag it to hell. You should already know who I'm talking about now. I don't have to mention their name, but I will do it just for the aspect of it. I am facing Vagabond, going one-on-one against myself, the Reaper Dante, black greatness that is motherfucking greatest. And you see, Vagabond, I found out exactly how to beat you, because you're a cookie cutter. You come out here every single time and you say the same exact stuff, and it's going to work over and over again. It's like putting a record player on repeat, and it keeps on repeating the same goddamn boring song, and you want to take that disc and just break it over someone's head. And then you go on and you go to the jukebox and you're getting something new, and it's the same old boring bullshit. And that is you. You're the jukebox. You're the record player, Vagabond. But what it happens tonight is you learn a lesson, a fatal flaw and mistake inside of your mind. It's that you had any sort of goddamn chance going up against me. thinking you would succeed and move on in this tournament. You decided to fuck around, and now you're finding out the hard way. You're learning that yes, you used to be better than me, but unlike you, I kept on adapting. I kept on evolving. I kept on improving every single time. And as I said it before, our last encounter, I beat you. I made you my bitch. I tied you up, gagged you with ball and chain, and made you do every single bidding that I asked of. I took you to your own shadow realm, and I simply made it your own living nightmare, your own living personal hell. So what do you think is going to happen now? Go ahead, pull out your trap cards, your magic cards. Try to use a Monster Reborn to rejoin some life. Use that extra gainage to get some enthusiasm and some motivation running through your veins to pump up that energy, pump up that adrenaline. See if it helps you. In the end, it's not going to. You're simply going to fail. You're going to be an embarrassment knowing that you had those few lucky strikes against me. But now, every single encounter you have against me, it just doesn't matter. Your outcome is going to end the same. You lying straight flat on your ass. Wondering exactly why this time you couldn't get the job done. It's because I've learned you. I've studied you. I know exactly what you're going to do every single time. It's like I'm reading a book without having to look at what is written on the pages. I can see inside your mind. Switch it up a little bit. Roll the dice differently. See if it pops up on your side. But it's not going to. So to end this Vagabond, fuck around. Find out. Get fucked again. Get fucked again over. Get fucked now, in the future, in the present, and in the past. Every single time you go up against me, you're simply going to fucking fail. And if you don't like that, you can simply go bitch to someone who cares. You waste of space.
Last week on the Fine Print Tournament, Round 1, Block B, I went up against Brody Blaze and I walked away with the W. Surprisingly, he was on his game, but his game wasn't enough. This week, I faced none other than Dante Black, who's going to hit me with everything but the kitchen sink. But he's going to soon realize that everything he's going to hit me with isn't going to be enough. Everything he says is going to slide off of me like butter. Because there's nothing he can do or say to me that's going to stop me or slow me down. Because I am hungry. I am going to be absolutely vicious. Because the more he wastes his time running his mouth, exhausting every breath to put the punch behind every single word and action and detail to try and describe what is Dante Black going to do to the Vagabond, he's going to soon realize that his lungs are going to run out of oxygen. Everything is going to slow down. Time around him is going to flutter. It's going to get away from him. Seconds become minutes. Minutes become hours. Hours become days. And it becomes a struggle for him. Because Dante, you are going to struggle. You are great. Greatness at its motherfucking greatest. But unfortunately, your greatness isn't going to be at its motherfucking greatest. You're going to fall apart, you're going to fall to pieces. I'm going to plunge you off of the precipice of defeat, because below you is a prison that I like to call a shadow realm. You're not going to survive this, Dante. It was already over before it hit the 2-minute mark. And I'm only going to allow just 2 more minutes, because everything I say and do is designed to hurt you. Like hollow tips, my words will cut through you, leaving holes in your body like Swiss cheese. Or like a dead body at a crime scene, Dante. Because you're not going to be the one to make it all the way to the end of Block B. I'm going to be the overall Block B winner, not you. Because losing starts with me. Your story ends with me. I am that darkness that you can't avoid. I am that suffering that is always everlasting. I am the very thing that's going to haunt you. Even if you think you won against me, do you really win? No. That's the thing about it, Dante. Losing doesn't affect you. Losing affects you. It makes you go through things. It makes you change. However, I'm going to ensure that every waking moment from this point on is uncomfortable, insufferable, agonizing. This is your doom. There is no light at the end of your tunnel. There is only blackness. The absence of light. Because Dante, there is no peace.
There is nothing you can do. All of your efforts will be in vain.
Clemency. No mercy.
This battle was over before it started.
Everything has ended. Your story is over.
My boy Buzzshot. Why? I cannot believe this shit. I don't know why you want to get in the win with me again. I hurt your feelings before. I'm gonna hurt your feelings again. Every time I see your locker room, your whole body smell like wet dogs. All the fucking time. Bro, you look like you got HIV, STDs, AIDS. That's what you look like, bro. You always say my name, bro. I tired of this shit. Now I'm gonna end you. I'm gonna make you mad. The secret of suck shot begins. This gonna be a worse.
God damn. Dude, you are the ugly child. Damn, you scared the shit out of me, bro. Nigga, look at your head, bro. Man, your head look like you got lots of roaches in your head, bro. You never brush your hair, bro. And you look like you not taking no damn shower. Your stinking ass. Look at this fool. This nigga look like his classmate bullied him and got no girlfriend. He look like the Puerto Rico Jimmy Neutron. Man, you a ugly dude. You a ugly motherfucker. That's sad, bro. Bro, what is this, man? Who the hell you think you are, bro? Man, look at this clown. Man, this nigga right here claim he better than me. He put my name in his mouth all the damn time. He talk shit all the time. Why you stop fucking with me, bro? But look at you. You trying to be a WWE superstar. Nigga, Triple H not gonna sign you. Triple H told me you suck in the promo universe. You so gay. You ridiculous gay The Rock head. What kind of man but his head on the other man body. It's over, Buckshot. I'ma end your career. You look like you about to go fight with Offsight, and you lost in the first round. You two-step into your entrance, and look at you, already out of breath. Then zoom on his face. Buckshot, you cannot fuck with me no more. I'm the most dangerous man in Promo Universe. 3 most dangerous letters. Promo Universe. A, E, motherfucker P, bitch ass nigga.
AEP, let's get one thing clear. I don't like you. Let's get one thing perfectly clear, out of the way, done, dusted. I don't like you. I don't like you as a man. I don't like you as a promo artist. I generally don't think you as a man. I think you're a fucking little boy that is trapped inside a grown man's body. And I'm about to tell you why. Because you wear the beanie, you wear the wife beater, you wear the gloves. But the reality is, you wear the hat to hide your balding. You wear the wife beater to make yourself look like a gangster. But the reality is, you will never get bitches. You don't have a wife. You don't have nothing. You wear the black gloves to hide your ashy fists. You, AEP, hide behind it. You make yourself look hard. You make yourself look like a gangster. You make yourself look like a top dog. But the reality is, you are everybody's lapdog. You are a charity case. And you know why I think you're a charity case? Because they will jump to you straight away to defend you when someone chats shit about you. When someone chats shit about AEP, everyone jumps on it. Everyone defends AEP because he's different. I don't care if you're different, AEP. You're not the king of mind games. You're not a man. You're not anything. You are a fucking joke. See, you beat me for the BXT Championship. But I know for a fucking fact, if no one else edited your promo, you would have lost. Am I wrong? Of course I'm not. Because every single time that I walk out here, I talk facts. I talk the facts. I talk everything. I talk to you. I talk to the rest of the locker room. When I say this, I will always tell the truth. And the truth about you, AEP, is you bought your feelings from Wish.com to make yourself feel better about yourself. You put on a persona to make yourself feel better about yourself. But the reality is you're dying inside. The reality is, AEP, you're not Angelo Entertainment Productions. No, you are just Angelo Brandon. A fucking joke. A joke to the outside world. Because everyone sees you and laughs at you. Everyone looks at Angelo Brandon and laughs. So you put the AEP persona on. You come out here, put that little persona on to make yourself feel good. See, I can switch between Buckshot and Tyler and still feel better about myself. I can switch from the angry arsehole that they call Buckshot to the guy that will do stuff for his family. The guy that will do everything to make sure that his friends feel good. That's the big difference, Angelo. You will always want to be AEP. You never want to be Angelo, do you? Because you know for a fact, if you have to be Angelo, you have to face the real world. And the real world is difficult for you, isn't it? The real world is a scary place for you. But see, I've mastered the real world. I've mastered the promo world. And you know what, AEP? You should learn something from me. You should learn to stop making yourself look like a charity case. You should learn to stop making yourself feel better about yourself because you're putting on a persona. See, sooner or later, AEP is going to die. AEP is never going to be there when your promo career is over because everyone turns around and say that they don't want you anymore. And you will have to live with the fact that you're going to be Angelo Brandon for the rest of your life.
Finito Music.
Donuts on the beat.
Robert Limpwood. This match feels about 2 months premature, doesn't it? We're coming off one of the most controversial battles of all time in FAFO's tournament. Bones versus Shady. If I could even call that a match, it was a one-sided slaughter. And now we have this opportunity for me to get a bye, for me to have a week off. Especially today, I could really use the day off today. It may not display on screen, but I have been battling some very serious conditions. And instead, I gotta face a loser, someone who was already eliminated from this tournament. And no, I'm not underestimating you. I know you're the longest reigning FTW champion, but don't be remiss. I am your undisputed TYS Triple Crown Tag Team Champion of the Worlds, your promo MVP, your WGP #1 contender, Joey Ramboa. And you, even though I enjoyed you when I was a kid 40 years ago, Gilbert, it had just passed your time. You're getting too old for this, buddy. You think anybody wants to see your wrinkly behind win this tournament? You've already lost. This is an embarrassment. This is a disgrace to everyone who's still in this tournament. You need to apologize to Dante Black, Vagabond, and whoever is on side A, because I don't watch that garbage. Because you are wasting everybody's time. You need to sit your butt back down on your wheelchair in your senior citizen home and just enjoy the show. What an embarrassment would it be to this tournament if you won? So you got one extra opportunity above everyone else? Look, I understand it. I've got a dad, I've got a granddad, I got a father-in-law. I understand midlife crisis. But midlife crisis is not the only reason why you're mid. You don't even belong across from me. You need to sit down and watch. You're getting on my nerves. I'm not even supposed to face you till, what, WGP after you face Bones? This is ridiculous. Tired of this. God bless you. I've got to go chill with my family now. You're wasting my time. This was supposed to be my week off.
Vomit, thirst, and how common underground, down and deep, outside of stomach, ground, driving hunger, out, rhyming everyone. God, just give me one shot. Swear that I won't let you down. I'm gonna be around forever in the day, even in the ground. You ain't never ever gonna hear me say I ain't.
Good golly, this is a match that I've wanted for a long time. I've wanted it for so long. Hollywood Haywood, Jason Ramboa. I've wanted it for so long that I've been resurrected in this tournament after taking what can only be called a controversial loss. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the elephant out of the room, the words out of your mouth, Mr. Ramboa. Yes, I am resurrected in this tournament. Yes, I lost the last round, but ask yourself this. Had it been you, would they have voted for you? They wouldn't have. I was voted for because deep down they knew that they needed the name Hollywood Haywood to come back to this tournament. And here I am against the so-called king. That's right, I've seen your crown. And I've been in this game long enough to know that many people come out here, they call themselves the king. But I ask, what are you the king of, Jason Ramboa? Because you are not the king of this game. You're not even the king of the BWO. Sure, you've had a great year, but you're not the big dog because you play second bitch to the ace, the real world champion of the BWO. You're merely the mid-card guy. And you think you're going to call yourself a king when you look Hollywood Haywood in the damn eyes, brother? I don't think so. You see, I've seen guys like you my whole career. They come out and they make a historic rise to the top, just like I did. But then they hit that ceiling and the glass doesn't break and they never get higher than the mid-card, and that is you. And I know that you are starting to feel the success when you've reached outside the bubble. #1 contender in the WGP, #1 contender, undefeated in the foundation. But that's where it ends. You're not a world champion. You're not a $100 winner. You don't have the energy. You don't have the charisma. Half the time I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. You're no better than the Puerto Rican stars that used to come out in the WWE and say, "Welcome to Puerto Rico." You have a great initial first impression. But then the fickle fans, they get sick of you. Ask yourself this, Rambo, when I came back to the BWO, why do you think your name didn't come out of my mouth? Because people like me, we don't fuck with so-called kings, because I'm a god, a promo god. And I will leave you with this, Ramboa. What is a king to a good golly non-believer?